And bam, bam, bam. What is up? And welcome back to Nando Talk on the Miami Sports Music Podcast. What is up, everybody? It is Victory Monday vibes with Nando over here. We've got a very special episode for you for the debut of Nando Talk on the Miami Sports Network. Just wanted to say thank you, Miami Sports Music. Thank you, Stephen D. Thank you to the entire team who's been providing some great content. We've got a great week ahead of us. It is going to be a very fun time. I hope you guys are all ready to tune in for some great positive Dolphins vibes as we bring you a solid hour just recapping the game, recapping how we're looking for the future. The road to 8-3 continues as the Dolphins have beaten the Chicago Bears 35-32. What is up, everybody? I'm just going to go give a quick little rundown, because we've got an amazing team. I've still got to get Steven to fix this because I do have a little logo now. We're good to go, and I don't have this little piece of junk, but we're okay. We got me at 7 p.m., a tad late, but we're good to rock. And then on Tuesdays, 8 p.m., we've got Eric the Commissioner and Lorenzo Ice-T with 30 South, a fantasy football show. Great times if you want to listen about fantasy moves over the past week, how you're going to move forward, maybe some trade talk if you still don't have a trade deadline, some waiver wire pickups, anything, a great time. Definitely check them out. You got Wednesday. You know him as Batman 2423, the Finzaholic Show. Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Batman's a great guy, always bringing the energy. You usually got a nice panel, letting the fans rock and interact. It's on Wednesday, so if you've already riled up from Wilding Out Wednesday with Steven in the morning, you're good to go with Batman later in the evening, and it's going to be an interesting time for everyone involved. And then on Thursday, we've got a twofer for the people, Jason Sarney, Thursday night kickoff, Thursday at 7 p.m. with Miami Sports Hot Shots. Jason is fantastic guy. If you think I'm positive, I think Jason's one of the guys who can definitely match my thunder. He brings it every time, got the energy, and in a fantastic sports memorabilia collection to boot. Check him out for the good Dolphins news, some breakdowns, and for some giveaways. Sometimes he was doing a little Jalen Waddle, Jalen Phillips, Wombo combo, rookie deal card. Epic giveaway. If you got to check that out, definitely do. And like I said, twofer for the people, because we've got Nonis Nights on Thursday at 8 p.m. Nonis generally does a Spanish talking show with her on her channel, but hey, here on Miami Sports Music, she does do 15 minutes of Spanish talk at the end, but in the beginning, it's all English, all good vibes, nighttime, evening kind of vibes with Nonis. And she brings it's always nice to have a little female perspective in life, guys. So definitely check that out if you haven't yet. Good times. And then back to me. I too bring a twofer for the people. Lunchtime rewind, Friday, 2 p.m. If you think I'm positive now, that's almost like a supercharged positivity. It's 2 p.m., right at my brightest, right at my peak, and we're good to go. Give a little lunchtime vibes about the Dolphins, about maybe some Thursday night football, get you prepared for the sports of that weekend. And then you got Friday, Vince Takes with CB83 at 8:30 p.m. Like I said, twofer for the people. So you get a little debate with CB83, and you get it talking about how great this Dolphins football team is, guys. And I'm sorry for ignoring the chat, but we're back to it. So what is up, everybody? I actually have a special guest in my room who I'm about to bring on in a second, but I'm just saying some hellos. Canes Dolphins 1989. What is up, boss man? Ooh, Q, you stole my boss man from me, bro. What is up, bro? I like to see that, man. Ooh, Millie Rodriguez all the way is the only way the Dolphins know how to go. Super Bowl bound. The road to 8-3 will continue to going to the road to the Super Bowl. It's for my drive time to Arizona, man. Woohoo! John Kristalakis coming with the thunder. Pete, that's the Pete we were talking about who said Malik Willis and Baker Mayfield over Tua. Yeah, I would like to see him too, John. That's always a fun time. All respect to boss man Pete, though. Robert, hey, man, thanks for tuning in right now. We're saying some hellos right now. Big EG. I know I'm laughing, cracking up too right now. Oh, it's a good time. Greg Fontaine, thank you for being here. We've got a special one right now. And speaking of special, I bring to you one of my closest friends, a fellow Dolphins fan to myself who's living kind of behind enemy lines in New York now. My friend Spencer, Mr. Krinsky, tune into the show. We've got, for the debut episode, ooh, Spencer and I, the reason I even got into podcasting in the first place is because Spencer, my journalist star wonder kid over here, and I, we used to do a little football paper, the goalpost, with another good buddy of us, Trevor. Shout out to him. Then we did a little show on the side, the Fumble Brewski, which we still rock. If you ever want to check it out, the Fumble Brewski on YouTube, at the Fumble Brewski on YouTube, Twitter, everything, the whole lot. It's a great time. Spencer and I talk some football. So I wanted to keep Spencer over here and talk a little bit of
absolutely.
Dolphins ball because he's visiting over from New York, man. And I gotta say, what is up to everyone, man? 6-3. Spencer, thanks for tuning in, bro.
Feeling
good, feeling alive. That's why I don't have the headset on, guys. So let me know if I'm sounding good, by the way, because now we got 2 people on. So Spencer, say hello, bro.
Yes, hopefully we sound all right. I'm excited to be on. As you said, 6-3. We do have some positive vibes going right now.
In the 10 years I've known you, bro, this is by far the best Dolphins team we've seen.
Most excited I've ever been as a Dolphins fan. And I can truly say that. I think it's a different level of team that we have right now than we've ever had before. And I can't wait. I get excited every week. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see what happens next. We're looking good right now. Couple things to fix on the defense, but the offense is moving and we're winning games. That's what matters the most. I'm just ready to see where it goes. Road to 8-3. Is that what we said?
Yeah, the road to 8-3.
I'm ready. Next week, Browns, right?
Dude, next week the Browns. Like we're already 6-3. We're gonna go 7-3. Like it's Jacoby Brissett. Like I'm not terrified. Nick Chubb, a little scary. Kareem Hunt, a little crispy scary. You know,
Yeah.
But
either way, we're having a good ride. I'm excited to be here. Excited to be talking to you all.
What'd you think of that Bears game?
Ups and downs. I'd say goods and bads. Obviously, glad that we came out with the win. I think there might have been a little bit of luck involved. I think we got to figure out a little bit. What's up? Yeah.
Gotta love it, bro. 6-3, man. No other way.
You have to love it. Exactly. I think there's a couple things we can address, a couple clear spots that we need to work on. I think the defense needs to figure some things out on their end. You can't be letting 32 points to the Bears up every week. That's not how you're going to win games. But the offense continues to shine consistently. You know what I mean? That's what I love to see. Whenever Tua plays, it's not like it's like a bad week for the offense. The floor, I think, is so high for the offense when everybody's healthy, like that we're going to win games because of that. You know what I mean? Clearly, that's what happened.
Exactly.
The defense was struggling, but the offense is just so steady and so consistent that they can make it happen.
That's what I love. There was always this talk that this Dolphins team, if the defense wasn't there, if they weren't ready to play, this Dolphins offense was not going to be able to sustain us. It was not going to be able to win us games. And this is a game where no excuses for the defense, but they are a little banged up. But at the end of the day, they did pull up when we needed to. They did held it up tight at the end of the game, but they were the reason why we had to play that catch-up ball. And the Dolphins were able to play that catch-up ball, though.
Yeah,
something that was people thought was going to escape them or was going to hold them back was that our offense was not going to win shootouts. And we've outscored the Lions. Yeah. We've outscored the Bears. They're not these crazy offenses.
Bad teams.
But when our defense, and it's any given Sunday, so when our defense is letting up points, as long as our offense can outscore the other offense, we're going to win games because that's how football works, guys.
Score more points than the other team.
Score more points than the other team, and you win the game.
Exactly.
Boom.
That's all you got to do. And so far, we've been doing that most of these games.
Like my man Birdman say, why did he win tonight? We scored more points than the other team.
A classic. Shout out Birdman.
Shout out Birdman.
All right, we got a question for you here. What grade are you giving linebacker play so far? Dude. Interesting, especially considering Chubb at the deadline. Linebackers overall, how are you grading them?
So it depends. I assume you mean more like not our pass rushing linebackers, because we need to generate more pass rush in general. Like Phillips, Melvin Ingram, Chubb, if they consider us linebackers, they need to show up a little bit more. Even Chubb, you just got to the team. I'm already expecting more from you, bro. But there's obviously room to grow. Then when it comes to, if you're talking more about Baker, Duke Riley, like Landon Roberts, Channing Tindall, I want to see more Channing Tindall. I was excited to finally see him on the field. I want to see him straight up QB spying athletic quarterbacks. I want to see more Duke Riley, less Landon Roberts. Like it's a little weird. I'm not giving them anything higher than a C, but you know me, man. Like I'm a fairly nice guy, bro. So the C is like I'd be the worst teacher of all time, bro. Like I wouldn't let any of my students fail unless they were like a Jets or a Patriots fan. Honestly, I'd be like, come on, guys, participation. So what do you give them? I give them a C so far. You know?
I think I think what you said is right. No, I can't give them any higher than a C. Just based on the way the defense has been performing, especially against the pass. Also, I think the pass defense has really struggled this year, which is surprising because they were good. They were so good last year and surprising. But But I think especially over the middle, there's just been a lot of space sometimes. So, and the way the defense has been performing overall, when you need that core of your linebackers, I think obviously like Jerome Baker's getting a lot of tackles still, and he's still one of the leaders on the defense. Duke Riley did make a nice play at the end of the game there against Justin Fields yesterday. But
I'm saying, bro, Duke.
But I think you're right. C probably has to be the right grade because you can't really go higher, but they haven't been like bad enough to where we're losing games. So I put it at a C and hope it improves.
Yeah, man. I would say a C is fair. I think if you look between our pass rushing guys, like between our like actual like off-ball linebackers, it's a C, you know, which is why maybe I would have wanted a guy like Roquan to improve that for sure. But I think Chubb, if he molds into the team,
I think he could be important. I think the pass rush really needs to become a strong point. I think right now it's been a weak point the past couple of weeks. And not only do I want it to get better, but I really want it to be a strong point of the defense. And I think that's possible. I think we have the talent along the line. We just picked up Chubb, Christian Wilkins up the middle. And if Agba can be healthy and like Sealer also clogging up the middle, I think they have all the talent there to really be a force on defense. It just hasn't been that way the past couple of weeks.
Yeah. And then if our pass rush is working, like I know our Baker, Duke Riley, like Landon Roberts, they're not inspiring terror in anyone. But if our front four is eating, it's gonna open up gaps for these guys, you know. And I get it, you know. Chubb and Hunt worry me a little bit too for next week, especially after seeing David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert just getting tough runs.
Or Justin Fields.
Or Justin Fields. I mean, that's the only thing. We don't have like Jacoby Brissett is slower than slow.
Yeah,
okay,
slower than slow.
Jacoby Molasses. There's something called deceptive speed. Like Jacoby Brissett is deceptively slow. You run past him because you thought he would have been there already, and Jacoby's like, nope.
Yeah,
I'm almost there, man.
That's how it jukes people, you know. It just slows down.
Jacoby Brissett is in a constant state of a hezzy.
Always hezzy.
Always hezzy Brissett, bro. Just hesitation nonstop,
Jacoby
man.
Hezzy Brissett. There we go. But see, yes, different world than the Justin Fields we saw yesterday.
But the Chubb and Hunt is also a different scale than Montgomery.
Also a different scale, yes.
Chubb is one of the best running backs in the NFL, and Kareem Hunt could be a running back one on 25 teams in the NFL. It's disgusting, man. But we're gonna be slow cooking that Brissett, man. I agree, man. Brisket, we're slow cooking that brisket, bro. Jacoby Brisket. At the end of the day, even if our run defense we're gonna have to focus our guys a lot on stopping the run, but at least it's just coming from one area. It's not also coming with that misdirection with the QB. I dare Jacoby Brissett to run. I dare them to be like,
he's not gonna run.
I saw Jacoby get some 4th and 1s last year with the Dolphins. Man,
he could sneak it. I can see.
I hope he sneaks it, bro. I hope Christian Wilkins body slams his skin into the ground, man. It's not gonna happen.
He's like a big body.
Well, that's why I said Christian Wilkins. It's gonna. Wilkins is probably the only guy on the team who can body slam. I saw Melvin Ingram body slam fucking Justin Fields.
Yeah. The one sack of that game, bro.
One sack. Melvin Ingram. Yeah, no, we're gonna move it. We're gonna slow cook that Brissett, man. Jabroni cannot run like Fields. So yeah, no spy this game.
We should have had a spy last game.
We should have. If we did, we should have had a better spy, if any.
I don't know. Yeah. Whoever the spy was not spying.
We need James Bond out there.
Had his eyes closed. Had the eyes closed.
Double O nothing, bro.
Double O nothing. We won't need the spy this week.
I could see JP and Chubb getting 2 sacks each for this week. That'd be a nice time to really activate this team.
You're right.
You know?
Without the mobility, without the threat to really escape the pressure, you're right. Could be a nice time to see the Dolphins rack up some sacks. Maybe some fantasy play right there. You need a streamer. Maybe you can pick up the Dolphins D in a league.
They're probably owned in all of our leagues because we're
all Dolphins fans. You're right. I'm thinking non-Dolphins fans. But I guess play the Dolphins then. Everybody play the Dolphins. Expect a couple sacks. I'm expecting at least 8-9 points from the Dolphins D this week.
Yeah, and if you we'll be eating. We'll be racking up points, sacks, and like my boss man Steven lets us know, bro. If you'd like to donate to the channel, the Miami Sports Podcast Network, we got the PayPal, paypal.me. Cash App. We got that all description right there. Let us know. We got some super chats too. Well, I mean, we're pretty good with answering comments, but if you want something specific to highlight or a topic to debate to unfold, that'd be beautiful as well. Absolutely. Spencer has a beautiful mind here, guys. I like to always hype up that I went to American Heritage with Sony Michelle, Isaiah McKenzie, Brian Burns. Spencer was actually calling games at that time for our streaming service there, So he's a little bit more versed in the sports world with me, Like, we were both getting cooked by Sony and the boys when we did strength and conditioning on lacrosse, but you got to comment some games there. So at least
I could hold my
Spencer
own.
knows ball, bro.
That's all I'm trying to say. Own. You see me on the field, I got that. I could do a 6 flat 40 probably.
6 flat?
I could probably get 6 flat.
Let's go, bro. Vince Wilford. Vince Wilford versus Spencer Krimsky, the ultimate 40-yard dash.
Could be good. Anyways, I had a blast being here. It's always a pleasure talking some Dolphins.
You got to run?
I got to run, but it is the road to 8-3. It was a pleasure talking to you all.
Final thoughts?
Final thoughts? I'm still as pumped as I could ever be. No matter any problems we just talked about.
We're still going. Spencer just has to go.
Yeah. I just have to leave.
But final thoughts.
Final thoughts, yes. Regardless of what we were talking about, with anything we might need to fix, I am still as pumped as I have ever been for the Dolphins. This is the best team we've had in my lifetime, and I could not be happier about it. I'm excited for this season. I'm excited for next season. We're going to beat the Browns next week. That's not even a bold prediction, but it's going to happen. Road to 8-3 is going to be complete soon.
Dude, the rotating threes, brother. Always a pleasure, man. Hey, you want to hear some more Spencer talk, man? We got the Fumble Brewski on YouTube, Twitter, Absolutely. Man. You can catch me there as well, bro. Spencer and I, we run that stuff always, baby.
Everybody follow at the Fumble Brewski Tuesdays and Saturdays. We look forward to seeing you there. It was a pleasure talking to you all. Fins up, baby. Let's go.
Fins up, brother. Looking forward to kicking your ass in golf again, man.
Oh, yeah, never. Never happened.
Hey, man, I'll look you out right now. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Can you just go back? Yeah. It was good. See you later. Let's go to the front door. I'll see you tomorrow. Talk Tuesday? Potentially. But go at the front door. Do 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 do. And what is up? Ooh, I don't even know. Hello? This is a little interesting. My sound just cut out for a second. Hope you got everything's doing well so far. What is up, guys? I'm back. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking to Spencer. Hello? And oh, there we go. There's my sound. And what is up, guys? I hope everybody's enjoying. This should be a little better. How's it going, guys? Hope that was pretty cool, man. Spencer, he had to go right now. He's got to pick up the girlfriend. Michaela, you're a legend. Congratulations to them. 6 years, 7 years strong. But right now, we're good to go, guys. It was a pretty good time, man. Nighttime show. Let's go. Vic and exactly. I just had my buddy Spencer. He's leaving right now. That's why the dogs are barking like crazy. But Spencer and I, I've known him for 10 years, His parents are like my white parents. They're the homies. They're clutch. I slept over his house millions of times during lacrosse season in high school, and we're good to rock right now, guys. But thank you for tuning in so far. We've got a great show for you planned out right now. Spencer was over a little bit earlier, so it was hitting 7 o'clock, and I was like, hey, let's talk about some Dolphins ball, because who doesn't want to hear about the Miami Dolphins right now? What a time to be alive. We're looking beautiful. We're looking crazy. We're looking amazing. I'm hoping I'm sounding good right now. I had to flip over my microphone so Spence and I could talk, but we're good to rock right now. How's everyone doing tonight? That was a good talk with Spencer right now. And hey, I'm jonesing right now because the Dolphins were up 35-32. Do we have any other questions about how Victory Monday is going? Because I believe it's a time to be alive. We're looking beautiful, guys. The road to 8-3 continues. Now the Dolphins get to return home, 2 wins away. That's exactly what you want to do when your team goes on a road stretch. You want to win games. You want to go out there and just take those points, take the wins, however they come. And they came in games where the Dolphins defense lacked a bit, but the Dolphins offense came ready to play. Tua out there has thrown what? I think it's 680 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions in the last 2 games, 2 wins. He's firing on all cylinders. The most important stat for me that I care about is obviously wins, but it's also the fact that he's playing turnover-free football. Exactly, guys. As long as we can win the turnover battle, as long as Tua and the boys are not out there just giving the ball away, I am confident that the Dolphins will always have a shot of winning any football game. Okay. Our defense does hold it down when they need to. They can ready to play. Like Justin Fields was hot as any quarterback has been. The only quarterback who probably had a who had a comparable performance to Tua this past week was Patrick Mahomes and Justin Fields. And the fact that we're balling like this and that our offense is keeping up with a quarterback who is that hot, I'll take it. Like, that's what I want to see from Tua all through the offseason. Like I was talking about with Spencer, there was that narrative that the Dolphins could not win shootouts, that when the defense wasn't ready to play, the Dolphins would just fall apart and we would lose the games. And that has not been the case this season. In the Ravens game, in the Lions game, in the Bears game, when other offenses start to get hot, as long as we have Tua directing Tyreek and Waddle, we put up the numbers. Shout out to Tyreek Hill for breaking 1,000 yards in week 9. Okay. F the haters who were saying that Tyreek was never going to even sniff 1,000 yards again. Congratulations for going to Miami, because now you're going to forget about your entire career. No, sir. No can do. Not here. The Dolphins directed it beautifully. Tua and him are eating. And if Tyreek is on pace for 2,000 yards, so be it. He's going to smash through Calvin Johnson's record. I hope it's before week 17, so we can statistically say he did it in less games. But at the end of the day, Tyreek is eating, number 1 receiver in the land. And honestly, Jalen Waddle is 1 game away from breaking 1,000 himself. At the end of week 10, we can have 2 receivers with over 1,000 yards for the Miami Dolphins. That's freaking ridiculous. Let's freaking keep riding. And Duke, yes, I heard some rumors about a Josh Allen injury as well. I got the notification as I was putting my camera up, so I haven't checked it too bad. I think it's either a UCL. Yeah, UCL probably in his elbow. Okay, Christopher Carter, thank you for not letting me sound like a dum-dum over here. Josh Allen may have a UCL problem in his elbow. That's massive. I think it's about a 4-week recovery time for that, is what we were saying earlier. That's all I knew about the injury. But now it makes a little bit more sense. Now, if he's think about where we are right now. The AFC East, yes, it is the AFC Beast right now with 3 teams with 6 wins, the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins, and the Jets. And while we slot at 3rd, we have a 2-1 division record, whereas the Bills have an 0-2 division record, with those losses being to the Jets and to us. It's time for the Dolphins to ascend. The destiny is in our own hands. We get to beat the Browns. We get to beat the Texans. We are in the driver's seat for this AFC East. Don't let the fact that we're in 3rd place fool you. We're going to beat the Jets when we have our starting quarterback back. We're going to, if we split with the Bills, that's tough. If we beat the Bills, we look even better. But we are in a position to succeed right now and take the best division record. We're here to continue to win. And my God, this is what I need from the Miami Dolphins. This point in the season last year, yes, we were starting to resurge, but we were 2-7, I believe. That is not happening again for the Dolphins. Okay. We are at a different level as a team, 6-3, fighting with the top dogs, with Tua leading the NFL in most every important statistic as a quarterback, QBR, with like his QBR, his passing completion rating, his air yards, he's balling out as a man, as a player. And it's just clear to see that this team reacts to him, for better or worse. Like, I agree with what people have been saying. It sounds a little weird to say that the team plays better when he's there, because that seems to imply that they do worse or they don't play to their potential when he's not there. But I think what we're trying to say is that they just seem to be more confident, more ready. And I stress again the fact that it's the fact that you have a captain. Okay, this is a guy who's clearly liked by the team. When he went down with the injury of that nature too, it's not just like, guys, I got turf toe, I hurt myself. And they're like, whatever, Tua, you'll be fine. They saw their captain, their friend, their leader go off the field on a stretcher, and it demoralized the team. He came back, shook the rust off on Sunday night against the Steelers, and he won. Then he beat the Lions and the Bears, leading them to come back win in the Lions, and then a shootout step-for-step game in the Bears. That's what I want to see from QB1. That's what I want to see from my leader. That's why he wears the C on his chest, okay? Tua, man, hats off to you. And this is why the mic is usually flipped, guys, because we're hiding the jersey right now. But Tua Tagovailoa is balling right now. He is making that year 3 leap that all of us wanted to see. Dude, thank you for saying I'm spitting the hot fire. I'm just pumped right now. Like, how can you not be when we're seeing this Dolphins just shoot apart narratives left and right? Okay, the Tyreek narrative that he was never going to crack 1,000 has already been blown out of the water. Okay, Jalen Waddle as this, he's just a possession guy. He's not going to be explosive. He went from 8.9 yards a catch to 18, 19 yards a catch. Okay, he's doubled his production. He's literally doubled his explosiveness. And it's clear to see, the Dolphins were only playing him short last year because our offensive line was so shoddy, because we needed him so involved. Now with Tyreek there to open it up, Waddle is able to feast, and it doesn't even take away from Tyreek. All those idiots saying, but Tyreek was complaining about his role in Kansas. Is he going to be happy in Miami, especially with Tua throwing him the ball? Over 1,000 yards and leading the NFL in receiving yards. You saw that backflip? I think he looks pretty freaking happy in Miami, guys. I think we're all pretty freaking happy because winning heals all wounds, guys. This is Victory Monday here with the Dolphins, guys. When we reach the 30-minute mark, I'm going to drop the link and we're going to talk. If you guys want to hop up, talk some Dolphins, I'm always down. We're always down to vibe right now. Moving the Change was talking about on SiriusXM. Apparently, it's an issue that bothered Allen in college. The UCL, I know the UCL, the elbow injury, it's not a first-time thing. It's something that it could cause a problem for the Bills. So I assume they're going to play it safe. But at the same time, with the Dolphins being as hot as we are, with the Jets just having beat them, I'm not sure how too safe they're going to play it. So I think they'll play on the closer side of a 4 to 6 week time span. But we'll see how it plays out with the Bills, man. Oof. Yeah, I'm hoping Josh Allen is ready for us to play him, though. As wild and twisted as that sounds, I don't want any Buffalo Bills excuses. And I also don't want any surprises in the playoffs. I think as fans, as a team, we deserve to know how legit this team is. So do I want to beat the Bills at their best? Of course, because when we play them in the playoffs, I want to see them at their best. Obviously, I think that we'll have to see them at their best to know what this team has in the tank. So if it takes beating the Bills as our tough test, of course. Granted, at that point, we would have already played the 49ers and the Chargers, 2 teams who are all in, but the Chargers don't scare me without Keenan Allen, so we'll see the health of that gentleman. But I'm never worried about third downs anymore. Biggie G, same here. It's pretty cool that for the longest time as a Miami Dolphins fan, I used to not be worried about third downs because I thought, Daniel Thomas was just going to run up for 3 yards on 3rd and 18, and we were just going to punt. So it didn't even matter anyways. But now I'm not afraid because Tua Tagovailoa is that third down man, okay? One of the best quarterbacks on third downs. You run the risk. If you blitz him, he's going to dot you up. It's a little tough sometimes where he has those little hiccups, those little misses, but most of the time, I think it's actually possible for a Tua MVP. What is up? Thanks for tuning in. Check your pulse because the Miami Dolphins are on fire. The road to 8-3 continues. If you'd like to be a member, join the channel, get some access perks. Beautiful time to be alive here as a Miami sports music fan, as a Miami Dolphins fan. Anything you want, we can achieve together as a Fins fan and a basis. We've got a great team this entire week, ready to line you up some beautiful shows. So join the team as well. Be a member. Help us. Help you just get some great content out there, man. Bada beam, bada bam. But Duke, I agree. I think it is actually possible for a Tua MVP. I understand why people are saying Tyreek Hill should be in the MVP conversation. And as much as I would love to see a wide receiver MVP, I'm going to answer back what everyone has always told me. It's a quarterback award because as good as the wide receiver is, he would not be there without the quarterback. Okay. And it seems like for the first time now that that Tua might be in the talk for it, people are trying to just throw it at Tyreek and say that the only reason, Tyreek must be this good because he's playing with that bad of a QB. Shut it. Tua's balling out. Okay. I see a world where Tua could win MVP if he continues this rate. Okay. I got asked on my show if Tyreek Hill got 2,000 yards Okay. Tyreek Hill got 2,000 yards, but Tua also finished this season winning out, which means he would not have lost a single game this season where he finished. And the Dolphins finished 14-3. Who wins MVP? And I think in that scenario, Tua would have to, because I think it's also very, as good as Tyreek has been with our backup guys, with Teddy and Skyler still going for that many yards. If Tua keeps playing at this high of a level and he keeps balling out, you can't just say it's the coaching staff. You can't just say it's the weapons, because although Tyreek did feast, we lost. Okay. We took some L's when Tua wasn't here. When Tua was back, if he keeps playing at this high level, I don't think MVP is out of the question. I don't think he's in the forefront of the discussion, but if you're talking maybe top 5 for MVP right now, I wouldn't put that past him at all. Tyreek could probably be in that list as well, but if you have 1 or 2 Dolphins in the top 5 for MVP, I think that just goes to show you just how good this Dolphin season has truly been going, man. What a time to be alive, honestly. And it's the 31-minute mark. So I am going to put this little link in the chat. If anyone wants to come up, we are doing a 1-hour show, but we love talking to people. So I'm not a big panel guy, but I will try to have 1, maximum 2 people up at a time. I just have a small attention span, that of a peanut and a walnut. So if I have more than 1 people, it's a little hard for me to focus on everyone. What's good? Oh yeah, check out your passes. Check your shout out to the mod squad and the members club. There we go. Always, everyone who listens to me, I always thank, because I genuinely appreciate the people in the chat who, hey, the 40 in here, drop a like for sure, help out the channel grow, subscribe to Miami Sports Music. But anyone who ever listens to me wherever I go, I genuinely appreciate, because I get it. My rainbows and sunshines are not for everyone, but if you're here to enjoy it and you're here like the energy, I appreciate you and respect you a little more. Share, subscribe, like, share, donate, become a member today. Your seat is waiting for you. A join of the family. A fins up, Chef Jew, and fins up to you, Adam Sadowski. Always an awesome guy to talk to and interact with, man. I'm worried about third downs when it's Fins D on the field. I agree. We are a defense who loves to not get off the field. It seems like so many times we do that good situation. And when I'm at the Dolphins games, like I scream, and like on third down, I get up, it is third down. And I get crazy. I get hype. Obviously, I try to lower that a little bit because I've got a mic in front of my face, but I get loud and rowdy. I'm standing up on third down. When the Steelers try to trick us and go for a hurried up third down offense, I started getting up on second down. So that way on third down, I was already standing prepared and screaming for them. But then when it's third down, they keep letting it up. They keep letting it up. They keep letting it up. And I start to get dizzy. I start to get tired. So please, Dolphins defense, please, for the love of God, if you don't want to get off the field, do it for me. Okay, because I'm going to pass out at a Dolphins game if you just keep getting third down, getting me amped up, and then just allowing it and getting another set and another set and another set. Please, doing it for me, man. Cap for life. I'm doing good. It was nice seeing you earlier, man. We're living good. We're living well. You know me, man. When it comes to Dolphins talk, when it comes to football talk, I put the troubles aside, put them in a little box, stow them to the side, and we're here to talk the positive vibes and the good talks, Drinking my Besasur, watching Nando talk, man. I wish I had a Besasur right now. Honestly, a great blonde ale. Nice little beach vibes, little beach drink, which for a Miami beer is absolutely perfect. And if you're not in Miami, you close your eyes, you have a little Besasur, and you're right there. You're right there on the beach, on the ocean, on the water, under the sun, wherever it may be. Cronus says, find your beach. Nah. Besasur. Find your paradise, baby. Woo. And we are 250 subscribers away from 10K. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help out. It's not just me who's asking this. We got Steven. We got the whole team, Lorenzo Ice-T, the commissioner. We've got Batman. We've got Jason Sarney, Nunes. We've got CB83. Everyone out here ready to bring you guys some good content. So the more you like, comment, the more you share, the more Fins fans we can get to help and just join the family and just keep bringing you this good energy, these good vibes, because the Dolphins are 6-3 and the road to 8-3 continues, guys. If you'd want to join and talk a little bit, I did put the link in the chat. and we're good to vibe right now. A part of me wants to switch this mic mid-session so badly that I might, but oh well. Jeff Wilson's going to eat. I think he's going to have an amazing rest of the season. I believe so too, Big EG. I originally wanted to give Bradley Chubb an A and a Jeff Wilson an A minus just off the caliber of player. But when I thought about the fit more and more, I'm glad that I elevated it to an A plus for Jeff Wilson because, first of all, the price acquiring such a back for a 5th round pick. He's young, he's nice, and he fits our system. All pluses in him and all nice little check marks. The fact that he knows Mike McDaniel's system, and the more I thought about it, I was like, wow, he's going to be able to plug in and play and be ready to go, hit the ground running, no pun intended. And lo and behold, he did. He already scored. He was active. He was catching the ball, which to see a Dolphins running back catch the ball was beautiful because, Raheem knows his system, but he had a couple clang off his hands. Jeff Wilson is that guy. And I think I agree. He's going to have an amazing rest of the season. If you're talking fantasy football, definitely try to snag him up. That's a nice RB2 in the waiting. He ran well for San Francisco, and I believe he's going to continue to run well for us here in Miami. But in terms of real football, Jeff Wilson, like I said, he knows the playbook. He can catch. I think he'll also allow Raheem Mostert to stay more fresh because Mike McDaniel will be able to trust 2 guys who know the offense perfectly. And now I'm not as concerned about our running back depth. When we traded away Chase Edmonds, I said, geez, a thin room just got even a little thinner. We're in Raheem Mostert injury away from a Myles Gaskins about offense-led back room. But then we allowed us to trade for Jeff Wilson, and then Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson looks pretty nice as a 1-2 wombo combo, a combo that, again, Mike McDaniel already has faith in. He already knows their strengths and weaknesses. And if there's one thing McDaniel loves to do above all else, it is put players in positions to succeed. And he knows exactly what positions they will succeed in. So let's go. Hell yeah, Dolph Will. Heck yeah. Oh, wait, family friendly. My bad. Haha. Sorry, Steven. Boom. Shaq Fins up. As always, brother. We're here to rock. Fins. Brothers and sisters, we're good to vibe right here. This is Nando Talk right now on Miami Sports Music. A good vibe, good positivity. Tonight, the Saints and the Ravens play, but we're here still talking football. Do I think we'll see Eazy-E at all this season? Obviously, if there's injuries, I believe so. It is the evening. No swear jar here. Let's go. So, hey, Dolph Will. Good shit, Nando. There we go, man. You're not flipping my flippers, Steven. We're no swearing out here has been eliminated. Aha. So if you want to come up and you want to do a little potty mouth, let's go. You'll activate mine. And let me tell you, I've got a potty mouth. Okay. Even if my great grandma's next door, she can't hear me. We're good to vibe, man. A no swear job. Papa Steven has let us know. Bada beam, bada bam. Duke, I'm not sure if we'll see Eazy-E barring injury. If he was a higher round pick, maybe a 1st or 2nd rounder, I'd be a little bit more concerned. But as a 4th, I think they are genuinely allowing him to learn his role on the team, what Mike McDaniel and Wes Welker have envisioned for the future. Thankfully, we have a good crop of receivers. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are pretty decent, I'd say. The number 1 and the number 3 or 4 receiver and receiving yards, they're pretty good. And then as much as I want Cedric, I think that's what's crazy. If Cedric Wilson can't even crack wide receiver 3 right now because Trent Sherfield and River Craycraft seem to fit that hole a little better, I don't really blame Eric Ezukanma for struggling to crack that as well. If he wants to learn the playbook, that's fine. I've even heard talks of maybe they want to fit him in more as that Deebo Samuel role because he did play that wide back occasionally at Texas Tech. He's a 6'3", 220-pound guy who runs like a 4.5, very athletic, big body. I don't know if he's going to run the wide back, but it could be interesting if that's why they have him waiting in the wings. They want him to master it. At the same time, if they just want him to figure out the playbook and be a standard receiver, expand his route tree, clean it up, that's okay too. I'm trusting this coaching staff. Granted, if we see some injuries and then we're just rocking Trent Sherfield, River Craycraft, Cedric Wilson, and it's struggling, I would definitely want to call Eric Ezukanma to put him some juice, put him a little spicy icy, I don't think we'll see Easy unless there's more injuries. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. Something like what happened with Skyler, but receiver room is way deeper. Exactly. Yeah, I think this coaching staff has really shown that we want to give our rookies time to rest. We gave Channing Tindall as much time. Really, Cater who only came up because he's an undrafted guy and injuries dictated it. Verone McKinley, same thing. He showed some flashes in the preseason, and then we put him into the practice squad. Only called him up because Brandon Jones has gone down. So Bleezy, what is up, boss man? Thanks for tuning in right now. I appreciate that, Bleezy. You should throw Easy out there in red zone situations. He can throw those back shoulder throws to him. I agree. He's a bigger guy. Like I said, he is 6'3". It is a little bit of an element that we seem to be missing. Besides Mike Gesicki, we don't really have a big guy. Sorry, something just went in my eye. But it's not. I'd rather see us use Mike Gesicki more in the end zone instead of forcing Eric Ezukanma on the field if the coaching staff doesn't believe him to be ready. What's up with Craycraft? I hope he doesn't end up like Ethan Carter. Yeah, I know he's a little banged up. It's tough. I mean, prayers out to Ethan Carter whenever you have a season-ending IR for a brain injury, that's very scary. So I hope Ethan's okay. Craycraft, I'd have to look into that more before I comment, honestly. So regardless, though, prayers up for him, man. Any Dolphins injuries, any football injuries and related, like football at the end of the day, as much as it's awesome sport, as much as awesome pastime, it is a sport, so I don't want to see any players really injured. But Wilson Jr. is a 10,000% beast. Young J 973. I'm so glad we added him again. A+ in that department. McDaniel needs to fix his play calling system and clock management. He's killed drives the past 2 games. Yeah, he seems to get a little cute, a little cheeky when we start to go up. And I don't think he's truly in a position to make those cheeky plays. He's a rookie coach, so I hope he's figuring himself out. But I don't think it's anything for concern. We're not ringing any bells, raising any flags, but I definitely want to keep my eye out if he's able to fix those fourth quarter woes. The clock management, it'll play itself out. I like to point out that the 49ers always got a lot hotter at the second half of the season, which bodes a little concern for us when we play them second half of the season. But I'm hoping Mike McDaniel is of that ilk as well, where, hey, it's a little slow and we're 6-3, and Mike McDaniel and Tua are still not happy with where we're at, which I like to see. I like them hungry for improvement. If we can improve and we can double that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we can be even better, if he can fix his performances and fix those little holes for second half of the season, watch out for these Miami Dolphins. Yeah, what's good? I always forget you're from down under, man. That's sick. Salutes, of course. Jeff Wilson was nice too, man. Like, I think that Raheem Mostert, if Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are our best wombo combo and the best wombo combo receiver duo in the NFL, I think Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert are going to be a nice little wombo combo as well at running back. We finally have a runner who can run, and that's what we needed as Miami Dolphins, guys. We needed that little versatility out of the backfield. And again, plug and play, guys. I'm so happy for him. Amazing, phenomenal pickup. Do I think we beat the Browns? Yeah. Jacoby Brissett, the smoked brisket man himself, the brisket bull, is going to get absolutely clobbered. Okay. It's going to give me a little bit of some fear flashbacks when I see Brissett walking on Hard Rock Stadium one more time. But then I'm going to remember, no, I'm exercising my demons. No longer is this the man who fumbled away my season by just losing game after game after game. Now I get to see the Miami Dolphins defense absolutely pummel Jacoby Brissett. I think we're going to beat the Browns. The only area of concern, we talked about it earlier, is the fact that I was using Kareem Hunt and David Montgomery. How we contain that running game this weekend as a bit of a gauge to see where we were for next weekend, because Chubb and Hunt are head and shoulders better than Herbert and Montgomery. But we won't have to face that dual threat ability that Justin Fields brought to the table. Jacoby Brissett is slower than slow. Jacoby Molasses out here is snail's pace, man. So I think we're gonna fly through him. Someone earlier said hopefully 2 sacks for Jalen Phillips, 2 sacks for Chubbs. That'd be beautiful. Get the pass rush activated. If we can focus on shutting down the run, we can dare Jacoby to throw on us, and then we can get after him and get some little QB pressure. And that's what I want to see. Who do I think will be gone next year so we can pay Wilkins? If we don't get Mike Gesicki involved more, I think Mike Gesicki's not going to get re-signed. We'll pick up that 3rd-round pick for letting him walk. After paying Chubb, it's going to be interesting how to see how we balance Chubb, Ogba, and Jalen Phillips, so that could be a potential place where we let up some money. Byron Jones as well. I think that there's going to be a little bit of a bad taste with him this offseason after he just missing so many weeks in the NFL for something that it seems like he could have done earlier. But those are just some of the bigger contracts where I think we can move on from. Eric Rowe, like a veteran. I hope we pay for Wilkins, though. He is by far one of the best energy men on this team. He absolutely balls week in, week out, and his presence on the field is monstrous, but his presence off the field and in the locker room cannot be understated as well. A true leader. I love this guy. Like, I actually love Christian Wilkins. It's freaking morphin time. If we pay him, like, that could be the jersey that's on there. I keep saying it's going to be a Brandon Jones jersey, but am I a dick if I want to see Brandon Jones come back from the ACL jersey before I spend money, $140 on a white throwback Brandon Jones jersey? Like, Brandon Jones is one of my favorite Dolphins players, but unfortunately he is banged up. I want to get that jersey, but it's tough. It's tough. McDaniel has had issues with that. He's a rookie, but overall, I'm giving him an A-4. Yeah, no, A, B, and B. We're 6-3. No. Don't get it twisted. I think Mike McDaniel's definitely 6-3 minimum. It gives him an A-. I totally forgot to put this back on. Now that Spencer's not here. Bum, 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 bum. How are you doing, everyone, so far? Any questions? Good enough. Ha. Chubb better get that sack he let go get away in Chicago. Yeah, cornerback. We'd have to see the health of Trill Williams. I've loved Kader Kohou's production so far, but I definitely think that we're going to have to go for maybe some secondary help. Xavier Howard's looking a little banged up. Byron Jones, again, it's got me a little frustrated what we are. But hey, I think we'll go cornerback unless Noah Ibenogany and Kader Kohou finished very strong at the end of the season. Hey, we got Sharif over here. What's up, man? Book them.
Hey, how's it going, man?
How's it going, Sharif?
Great. I feel like some things are coming together, and I guess due to injuries, there's gonna be some things we're gonna have to work on. But I'm really pleased with the running game, and I'm pleased with the fakes, the play actions, and it seems to me like I think Kurt Warner spoke about this, the force multiplier, and in that it's kind of it's complex, but what I see happening is teams are just willing to not allow us to run, but by the same token they would rather play dime, so we'll just take everything underneath. Now, what does that mean? We'll audible out of a run into a pass and just take anything underneath. And that means that, you're going to get the 14 carries by Mostert. You maybe get 10 by Williams. But the thing is that from what I'm seeing in the offense, we'll take that passing option and we'll minimize our running game to score points. If it makes sense.
Yeah.
And so I'm pleased with that, because it was a disappointment with the two running plays late in the fourth quarter, because I thought like we would just run something we know can get us a first down. That was like an intentional running with Mostert straight up the middle for no gain. But that to make more on the point, I feel like we can just open up the playbook and run up the clock after a first down or two. But I think he was trying to be super conservative and just get out of there. But I also like the offensive linemen. The last 4 weeks, they've really been playing well.
They've been gelling, bro. They've been really. It's been clicking a little better. Yeah, like there's been a little bit of pressure, but Tua's been managing the pocket well, and they've given it enough room to work with at least.
Right, and from what I've seen the last 2 years, like he has an option. If he doesn't see the check down after option 1, 2, and 3, just run. And I was now he couldn't do it because of the hip healing. Okay, understood. Now he has the quick hitch, and I'm sure he's seen Skyler and he's seen Fitzpatrick. You 1, 2, 3 check down isn't there, you get out of there. I mean, it's really simple. You slide and you don't be sitting duck. So I like that into his game now, and you can actually see him go through his progression. Sorry, by him just like chucking a fake forward. If you look, and I think that's from Darrell Bevel. I think he got that specifically from Darrell Bevel. But if you look, he would pump fake, a mini pump fake through his first regression, second, third, and then he would always look at the running back tail out of the backfield, and that shows that he's actually grown in that area. So that doesn't bother me because I expected some growth from Tua, but this is exponential growth due to the weapons, and so go for it, kid. The next progression for me in Tua is for him to get the 27 completions in a row. I think, and actually that was done by our quarterback Ryan Tannehill, and he did it. I think he did it against Tennessee. So, his and the thing is, Ryan Tannehill had some accuracy within 20 yards, but never deep. But Tua has this accuracy where he almost did it in the Chicago game where he went, I think, 12 for 12, and then he finally threw one on the ground to avoid a sack. But the thing is, I can see that. I can see Tua having a.
Still there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. My mic cut out for a second.
Yeah, I saw the next progression for Tua. I can see is him getting the 27 completions in a row and then securing that record. Because for me, the playbook eventually will become to the back of his hand. And once he learns it like the back of his hand, the check down would be the reason, like, to keep the completion streak going. Like, he would be perfecting certain plays to where hot blitz, hot read, corner blitz, hot read. Certain things I think he would perfect. And another thing, defenses expect us to motion on just about every play. But if you notice the touchdown play to Tyreek, we came right out in 21 personnel. No, I think that was a 12 personnel. We came right out in 12 personnel, and we didn't motion anything. We actually just set up and snap, and they weren't prepared for it. And I think it's certain plays in our playbook that I like when McDaniel just comes right up to the line without a motion and catch them off guard, because Tyreek was wide open. Nobody was in 5 yards, and it was due to them coming out of the huddle, setting up real quick, and snapping the ball. So things like that. The all 20.
Tyreek's just eating, bro. Like, it's, I don't know. Like, I a part of me wants to say the season's almost different. Like, Tyreek Hill's never been this NFL receiving leader. Like, he's absolutely eating in this offense, man.
The thing is, right? Like I said this before the season. I don't know if you were able to be there. But I said, like, you remember when Kevin Durant went to the Golden State Warriors?
And it just opened everything up. Yeah, I think I remember that point. Mm-hmm.
Dude. And when the truth went down, I was like, we already expected Waddle to take that next step, and we're now gonna get the best. So I was like, this is like Kevin Durant already coming with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry.
No, it
So
really has opened everything up, man.
I told people, and to
People
me,
thought Waddle was gonna escape, bro. Like people thought, like, oh, Waddle's gonna either heal or Waddle's gonna eat, And now, bam! Like they're both eating. Like Waddle's still top 5. He's a game away from 1,000 yards. Like he went from like 9 yards a catch to 18 yards a catch. Like Sharif, he's balling.
man, and look, Waddle is not done. Like
Oh, not by a long shot, bro.
Tyreek has 1,100, right? But Waddle is on his way to probably a 1,700 yard season, and he's due for one of those 250 games as himself.
Yup. Yeah,
Right?
it's bound for a game where some defensive coordinator is gonna mess up and say, we're gonna just focus on Tyreek. He's the guy, and Jalen Waddle's gonna pop off for that 250-yard game, bro. He's gonna say, thank you, thanks for the space, bro. But
And that leads me to his arm. I think for me, I don't know if it's Tua trying to get the rainbow touch accuracy going, and I noticed when he cocks it way back to throw it as far as he could. I think it's the height in the air that kills the ball, and I think he has to. I don't know who he's working with. Maybe get Charlie Fry in here again to work with him in this arm slot, because his arm slot is terrible in trying to get it deep to fast receivers. All he has to do is fix his arm slot.
yeah, I'm hoping he's still getting used to it, man. I mean, that sounds really dumb coming out of my mouth considering it's week 9, but like, yeah, I agree. He's got to fix that angle at which he launches the ball, a little less air, just a little more direct, and it'll be a little nice time, like.
Because I think he's in a technical he's a technician, but I think he's in a technical fight right now, because he's great with his feet, he's great with pocket presence, but now when it's time to go deep, he never really did that 2 years ago in a row. So now in his technician of progression, he just knows how to cock it one way. He's got to learn himself. He's got to learn that arm slot, to where, I don't know if you seen have you ever seen have you ever seen Jeff George pass a ball?
No.
Okay, well, if you've seen, I don't want to say Dan Marino because it's unfair, but the way Cam Newton would fire a ball like maybe 20 yards above the ground, but far enough to catch, to fall right into place. So now maybe 30 yards above ground would be Tua's, but the thing is, when these guys are going deep, you it's not throw it early, because you got to read it. Because if you throw it early, then TD's going to say, oh, you see, he's not reading. He just throw it. But the thing is, it's not to throw it early. It's to get the arm slot right. And once he gets the arm slot right, now you're going to see a ball 30 yards in above ground with velocity that's going to lead Tyreek, and not have Tyreek basically look back and then have to stop. And he's probably gonna because Tyreek, to me, that's all he has to do. I'm not worried about, once he gets that arm slot proper, he's gonna have the 30 yards above ground and enough velocity to make it down, as opposed to the Hail Marys that he's throwing, and it's getting killed by the wind. It's getting killed by the wind, man.
And we'll be balling, bro. Like, it is getting killed by the wind. It's a little tough. You know, I think that's the one area that Tua has to improve, man. But I think before we wrap it up, man, what do you think about this? This a little. Give me like your score prediction. It's a little too early. I know it's Monday, but give me your score prediction for the Browns game this weekend.
The Browns, I think it's important that we pass the ball a little more. And I would say it's time to score 30 again. I would say 31-17. Um,
I like that.
and I think to keep I think we have to keep that Browns offense off the field, man, because you get ran over, and then we're at home. We'll be the one, gasping for air. So keep the Browns offense off the field. Keep their off defense on the field, trying to run with Tyreek, and then let's see the cramps in the third quarter. 31-17.
31-17. I like that, bro. Especially like, yeah, I agree. This is going to be the type of weekend where there should be a tropical storm hitting this Thursday, Friday. I hope everyone's safe. That means a humid weekend in Miami. So if they're running all over us, if we're staying on third down, like if we can't get off on third down, we're going to get tired. We're going to get gassed. And I don't want to see that. I like that 31-17, that little 14 points. Sharif, man, double touchdown, bro. That's what I want to see, man.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
Hey,
I appreciate you, man, Nando.
I appreciate you for coming on, bro. You know, it was a solid little talk. We got some good vibes going, Sharif. You know, the Dolphins, the road to 8-3 continues, bro.
That's what's up. You guys take care until next time, man.
I'll catch you tomorrow, man. A little clock blockers, man.
All right, brother.
Be easy, boss, man. Thank you for coming on. Bang, bang, guys. Yeah, you know, we did reach the hour mark, you know, so we're probably winding down. If anyone wants to give the final thoughts, the link is in the chat. But as there is, you know, Monday Night Football in 10 minutes, I want to be a little greedy. I want to be a little selfish and enjoy the game with me, my little brother, you know. So, hey, Duke, Liam Eichenberg is hurt right now, but I do think that the O-line, it's not like he's totally stood out on this team. There were moments where Robert Jones, where, you know, Tua was talking to this man and he was a little frustrated. But all in all, I think our O-line was performing admirably yesterday. Tua's playing clean football. It's not the greatest offensive line in the world, but as long as these guys give Tua enough room to manage it, we either can, you know, Tua can find a play to do a little quick ball, a check down, or he does have the opportunity, like Sharif was saying, of running it now. You know, Tua's healthier, the hip is better in place. And if he can run the ball a little better, he can show off those little sneaky wheels. That's a man who's ready to go. You know, forget Monday Night Football. I'm waiting for this Colts presser. I can't wait to hear what's going on in that dumpster fire. Yeah, that's. If you'd like to donate to the channel, please donate, because we are much better run than the Indianapolis Colts right now. We've got the PayPal there. We've got the Cash App there. Helps out, help the team grow. But Noob, I agree, man. Miami Sports Music is way better run than these clowns, because that Colts pressure is going to be very, very interesting. I think they named Jeff Saturday as their interim head coach, a man who's not even on the team. He's going to get about like 4 or 5 days to prepare the Indianapolis Colts to what I assume is get the number 1 overall pick in the draft, or just continue tanking and see how high they can go. It's not going to go so hot, I believe, for them at the end of the day. Ellinger is not the guy, obviously. I don't think they were expecting much from a 2021 6th-round pick. Matt Ryan has already been told he's benched for the rest of the season. If I'm Matt Ryan, I'm good with that. I don't want to play for that dumpster fire right now. It'll be interesting to see what veteran the Colts get next year. They'll probably get a Baker Mayfield or something and just keep up that veteran mediocrity, unless Jeff Saturday can successfully pilot them to a tanking season and get them a nice quarterback next year. I don't believe they're going to get anyone too nice. Definitely not the Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, whoever your QB1 conversation is, but dang, I would definitely love to hear that dumpster fire, Noob. I'm going to have to hear both. Does anybody know if we get Manning cast tonight? Because I freaking love the Manning cast. So that's what I need. Oh, he's a team consultant. They've been working on this for a couple of weeks. They're in tank mode. This isn't about salvaging the season. Matt Ryan about to be the offensive coordinator. That'd be pretty cool. Imagine if he was like, look, guys, you're benching me for the whole season. Just give me the headset, tell this clown to F off, and let me call the shots. That'd be hilarious. From Wentz to Ryan to the top of the draft. Unbelievable. Loge and jackpot. Honestly, what a wild ride it's been in Indianapolis the last couple of years. Ever since Andrew Luck at the time was leaving them looking as one of the most promising teams in the NFL, having found one of the best prospects and just being set for the future. Then he has that random retirement, and lo and behold, Jacoby Brissett to Wentz to Ryan. No, from Jacoby Brissett to Phillip Rivers to Wentz to Ryan. It went from bad to goodish to worse to worse to worse, and now it's not so hot for the Colts. So that sucks, man. Ballard wants Levis. Okay. I thought Jeff Saturday was the head coach. That is wild. Okay. This is why we don't get our information from Twitter. Sorry about that, guys. But yes, tomorrow on the Clock Blockers, it is Hot Take Tuesday with Stephen D, Nikki Smokes, and yours truly, Nando Talk, 9:30 to noon. I hope you guys like this new little logo, by the way. I freaking adore it, okay? That's just me, though. It's right there, too. I hope it looks pretty cool, bada bing, bada blam, Made it myself, but yeah, guys, tomorrow little old me, honestly, because, you got Stephen D and Nikki Smokes, two big shots. So we'll try to keep bringing the positive vibes, but those, along with those two titans of the industry. But as of now, it is the Nando Talk on Miami Sports Music. Hope it's been a fun show of fun times right now. Raul Porata. I hope I said that name correctly, but this has been an awesome hour with you guys. I hope you liked that surprise little fact that I brought in a guest, my buddy Spencer and I've known him for 10 years. Great vibes. One of the most genuine dudes I know, honestly, and just a great human being. So awesome vibes in the beginning and awesome vibes throughout, guys. Loach and Jackpot, I appreciate you. We're going to have a good time. Hey, level 2 noob, Nikki and I, we always do try our best to carry. That's why we're the best co-host wombo combo, Jalen Waddle, they call us the Jalen Waddle and the Tyreek Hill of the Miami Sports Music Network. So take that as you will, what that makes my boy Stephen D over here. But we are definitely the Tyreek Jalen Waddle. Wakata. Sorry, Stephen. I know you're listening, so I love you. Don't kick me off. Oh, my audio cut out for a second. I actually thought Stephen kicked me off. Wow, that's crazy. How's the world is this not taking you fire your head coach and hire someone out of nowhere? And Miami got a pick taken out. Wow, everyone tanks. Yeah, no, it's I love the classic Miami Dolphins double standard. If the Dolphins did this, if we hired random nobodies in the middle of the season and started like a random rookie, we would have lost all our draft picks already, honestly. Oh, yeah. And then tomorrow night, we got the Dirty South Fantasy Football Show and Hellfins, Dirty South Fantasy Football Show, Lorenzo Ice-T, and we got Eric, the commissioner, Great time, great vibes, guys. You know what Tuesday night means. It's the night you're putting your waiver claims, and now you're making your last-minute trades to free up some roster space to make those waiver claims and get a leg up on your opponents. So definitely check them out. Awesome vibes. I'd love to talk there if you guys ever see this. So bang-a-rang. Fun times, fantasy football. I'm a champion, so I'm sure these guys are pros, guys. Let's check it out. And then Hellfins, awesome Spanish speaking for the Dolphins Spanish speaking community. Sick concept, man. We always forget that the Dolphins are an international football team. We've got fans all over the world, so I love that there are enough fans dedicated to bring a show to those fans that are not from Miami, that are not even from the United States, maybe, or maybe who English isn't their first language, but still love this team. Because I don't care if you're where you come from, what you are, who you are. You could be from Mars and like the Dolphins. As long as you like the Dolphins, you're a Fins fan. And I love that. So definitely check out the Hellfins right there. Donald Henry, you're a beast. I appreciate that. Let's go. That's the first donation on my tenure as on Miami Sports Music between the Lunchtime Rewind and today. We finally have received a donation. Let's ride. I appreciate that, Screw you, Russell Wilson. Let's ride because we got Donald with the donation. You're You're a legend. Honestly, that honestly felt so cool. Like you know me, guys, the road to 450 subscribers. If you're still listening, check me out on Nando Talk. I have 434 subscribers. So you already know that was my first super chat in general. That was a pretty cool feeling right there. Man, I'm smiling right now. Steven, I hope you enjoyed that. There we go. I'm earning my keep, bro. I'm earning my keep. I told you. And like Batman said, hit that like and subscribe, ladies and gents. Check him out at the Finsaholic Show. Batman2423. Such a genuine human and an awesome Fins fan. And on Wednesdays, the Finsaholic Show, you know, Batman has his own channel, I think, but Finsaholic Show on Wednesday on Miami Sports Music at 8:30 p.m. Absolutely choice. Definitely got to check that. No Rooney Rule. Does make Steven Tua. If Nikki and I are Waddle and Tyreek, and we'll give Nikki the Tyreek because he's the bigger fish in this community than I. Okay, I'll be the Waddle too. That would make you Tua, Mr. Steven. Got you. Oh, you're a legend. Let's go. Oh, let's go. It's pouring through now. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Oh, baby, man. Wow, that was honestly such a good feeling, guys. Like, whoo. I've never had a super chat come up for me. First of all, I'm a big colors guy, so I got you, boss. Donald Henry, I think this is our first time interacting. I appreciate you, and you're an awesome person. Tomorrow at 9:30, I'd love to see you. Come on, man. We definitely have a little nice talk. Wow, you officially shot to one of my top 10 favorite Fins fans, Donald, and I've only just met you. So there we go, man. I'll definitely remember that for a long time. Donald Henry, boom, DH, the man. And Miami Breaker 305, definitely been a pleasure interacting with you. But that $4.99, I appreciate that, you know. Smile to the face. Like I said, I've always said on my channel, like, I don't do it for super chats. I don't do it for subscribers, for views. I do it because I love talking about the Dolphins. But hey, everyone likes getting a little pat on the back, a little reward. And this is cool, man. Like I said, I like colors. I just got a blue, a yellow, and a green pop up. And it's making me smile and making me just happy. Just fun times to end the show, guys. So we're a good time. I appreciate everyone who has listened to this hour. Like it says on the side, every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m., we've got Nando Talk on the Miami Sports Podcast Network. If you'd like to hear me as well, check me out at Nando Talk. The road to 1,000 continues. We're on the road to 450 at first, but hey, we're almost there. I definitely appreciate that. Whether you super chat or not, whether you listen live or whether you listen afterwards, as long as you listen to me talk my talk, I appreciate it. And just brings a smile to my face, brings the dimples out too. And we're good to go. So Byron Jones should be cut or traded next year, and Miami should not sign Christian Wilkins. He's not good at all. Oh, I'm going to have to put the tinfoil hat for this one. He's not good at all at getting sacks like Warren Sapp or Aaron Donald. Never dominates a game. He hustles. Matrix 15, I love Christian Wilkins. And again, I think my take on it is I think Wilkins does bring added value on the field and off the field. I'm not saying we're going to pay him like an Aaron Donald or Warren Sapp. That'd be ridiculous. But if we can get him for a nice, solid deal, then keep him in Miami for a while, that's something I definitely want to see. I think the fans would love to see that as well. And I think the Miami Dolphins team would as well. That's Byron Jones, on the other hand, he can move on. I'm not going to cut him. I would trade him if we can move on that contract. Yeah. Bye-bye, Byron. Sorry. Unless you come back right now, Byron, and show to me you're ready to go, because this is a caliber champion team. As Miami Breaker 305 says, the road to 8-3 continues. The road to Arizona starts here. You know, I am the man. I appreciate that, level 2 noob. You are the man, the legend. Check out Noob on Twitter, making awesome edits, definitely interacting with people on the shows. The little edits, the face swaps, always bring a laugh to me. Elite, and a fine gambler as well. So check out the man, check out the legend. So I appreciate you. If you think I'm the man, you had to be Superman then. Bada beam, bada bam. Duke, stay safe down under. Eat your Vegemite. Stay safe. And if I ever see you, I would love a little koala. The road to Arizona starts here. For those who know, I've said this and I'll say it here as well to wrap up the show, guys, because again, I am the worst at outros. I go and ramble on and on and on. Like I said, I am like a trash can. If you step on my foot, I'll keep my mouth on and talk, guys. But this is my final point, though. The road to Arizona starts here. We're going to hit 7-3 entering the bye. Then we'll beat the Texans when we come off the bye, nice and hot, ready to re-spark. Bam, 8-3. Go on the road. We're going to play the San Francisco 49ers. I thought we were going to beat either them or the Chargers. Let's take both of those games. Let's beat the Chargers and the 49ers. At first, I thought we were going to beat the Buffalo Bills maybe. But now if Josh Allen comes back for that game after the injury, I think the Bills will want to restart and re-spark as well. So, hey, let's take that L. But besides that, we beat the Packers at home, Christmas in Miami, Miami Miracle. Then we beat the Patriots away. I'm not afraid of Bailey Zappi or Mac Jones. Both those cats suck. Then we beat the Jets at home because Zach Wilson is a piece of garbage, and the Miami Dolphins are by far a better team than the New York Jets. And we take the AFC East division. We take the playoff spot, and we keep going. The road to Arizona. My original prediction, 12-5, that would put us to 13-4. And I have said this entire season, if we go to the Super Bowl, I am driving there. I've got a dash cam on my camera. I'll throw it on. I'll put a little talk. I'll stream whatever it may be, but I will talk and drive on the way to the Super Bowl from Miami all the way to Arizona. And it'll be epic. It'll be an awesome time. So I hope Dolphins catch it there, and we'll see it, man. Bang. Nando Talk, add some spices to Miami sports talk. Yeah, we're here. We're here. We're bringing the spice, the energy, the positivity, and the good vibes. So again, I appreciate everybody who tuned in. I'll catch you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. to noon. Catch me as well on Lunchtime Rewind Friday on Miami Sports Talk. I'm Miami Sports Music. Sorry, I'm getting my head tangled up. Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Catch me up there again Friday, 2 to 3 p.m. And then catch me on Nando Talk as well. It'll be an awesome time, everyone. I'm going to drop my link as the last thing I do. Oh, my throat just got so dry. But I appreciate everybody who listened. I'm just dropping my link if you ever want to check me out. Not that you have to, but it would be appreciated. This is how bad I am at marketing. I should have done this in the beginning of the show, but hey, whatever. If you ever want to check me out, that's Nando Talk on me. But hey, I appreciate everybody who listened. Thank you for tuning in, guys. And as always, chins up, fins up. Thank you for tuning in. 9:30 a.m. See you tomorrow. And then for the end, we will see you as well with Tuesday night. We got the lineup. But I just want to say thank you to everyone. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in to Nando Talk, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bada bing, bada bam. Thanks for tuning in.